Bill, if you could ask the next question. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. You're the next person. If you could ask Ovide.
Yes, candidates for governor always say they'll be salesman-in-chief. Why can't Maggie Hassan or Jackie Cilley get on the horns, call up CEOs, and credibly convince them to create jobs in New Hampshire as effectively as you can? Thank you for that question. When you're on the other end of the phone representing the state of New Hampshire, and your record is that you want to control health care by creating a new PUC, that's called Maggie Care, and basically having a one-size-fits-all approach from state government, and you're trying to recruit a business to come to New Hampshire, you have no credibility. When you call an executive of a business in another state, and you say, I'm in a state that doesn't have a sales or income tax, yet you haven't taken the pledge, like Jackie Cilley, and you supported an income tax in your prior career, earlier in your career. Now you've had an election year conversion, you don't have credibility. When you've supported 84 new tax hikes, a LLC tax on small business, you have no credibility. I have credibility. I've been a business advocate, a business owner. I know business, and I've worked with business in this state. I've consistently campaigned on conservative principles, free market principles. And with the help of people like Steve Forbes' endorsement, we were going to have New Hampshire as the beacon for economic development in this country, and in this region as well. And I'll recruit them directly. I won't be simply a spokesman-in-chief. I'm going to be the ambassador-in-chief for New Hampshire to recruit new businesses and to help keep them here, those that are struggling or having issues in our state. And finally, I'm going to appoint a business advocate to be a troubleshooter in state government, to cut through red tape or bureaucracy. And then we're going to work with a business advocacy group to make sure we implement changes in state government to make life easier for business to grow, flourish, and relocate here. And access to capital is part of that equation. So I will be a proactive spokesman and ambassador for New Hampshire. Maggie Hassan, Jackie Cilley, no credibility on that front at all. And they don't believe it either, frankly.
Thanks, Alex. I look forward to being our state's salesman-in-chief, and one of the lines I've used very often is I said, I am aiming to be Governor Deval Patrick's worst nightmare. And I say that because I want him to know that I'm shamelessly going into his state and poaching jobs from the state of Massachusetts up here to New Hampshire. Why? Because New Hampshire is second in the country per capita on the amount of people that commute out of state every day to go to work. My father, who's sitting here in the front row this evening, maybe you've seen his mug on TV recently in our new ad, he's been commuting to Boston every day since 1986, since they moved up here. But we're only going to be able to do it. I'm only going to be able to be a salesman if I give them a good reason why they should come to New Hampshire. We have to become a more business-friendly environment. We'll do that by cutting our business profits tax, reducing the business enterprise tax, cutting through regulations, becoming a right-to-work state, lowering the cost of healthcare and electricity rates, all these different things. You know, my philosophy is it's not state government that creates jobs, but it's state government that creates the environment and atmosphere for good jobs to be created. And I can't wait to get on the phone, call up these CEOs every week and say, hey, have you thought about doing business in New Hampshire before? Why and why not? And let me tell you about the good things that we're doing here in the state to be locating your jobs in New Hampshire.
GrokTV.